Okay, this video is titled, What Was the Mayan Apocalypse? Now, I'm going to base it on personal experience because we're those who woke up before then. I woke up 2000, and the pains that we go through before we're fully awake, I experienced those in the late 90s. So basically what I've noticed, first of all, we deal with what the apocalypse is. Apocalypse is some kind of Greek Latin word that means the unveiling of the mind. That's when your mind gets opened up. Yeah. So the Mayan apocalypse marked a turning point where, in my experience, all the children born to you are now born with the ability to see into people's minds. That was the change. Something happened in the realm where spirits come from before we conceive them and they become human life. In that realm, the spirits in that realm changed. They're now born with the ability to see into people's minds. All your children, you can test it. I'm not saying attack them, don't attack any of your children. You can test it. All your children born to you from 2012 are now born with the ability to see into your minds and anyone's minds. Now the danger to this is your child, yeah, you can find them seeing into an adult's room. This is an adult, you expect an adult to be doing adult things, like playing with himself, wanking, fucking, yeah, shitting, pissing. Now, your child is born with this ability, and you have to be careful that you discourage them from seeing what adults do in their rooms. What do you expect an adult to do in their room? Yeah, I have no stake in your child's life. Yeah, as an example adult. I couldn't care less if your child has the ability to see into my mind. Yeah? They've got no business seeing me when I'm in my room. I'm going to be doing adult things. You take your child and you either have them watch your mind or you reprimand them and you correct them on how to do that. Another consequence of the Mayan apocalypse is that I think people on Earth they did experience that apocalypse and they started to see into people's minds, but they kept it quiet. It's like Santa Claus, isn't it? They know they can do it, but everyone doesn't want to admit that they can. Yeah. So that was the major consequence of the Mayan apocalypse. It was a time when consciousness got opened up to that level where they can see into other people's consciousnesses. So it's like we reached a peak in consciousness, and everything after that became like a, when I say subconscious, I don't mean it became like a subset. It's not a fully conscious, it's now a consciousness born within a consciousness. Yeah, it's a subpar or substandard consciousness that's being produced nowadays. Yeah. So now all I ask is for you adults to make sure you watch your children and discourage them from watching what other adults do in their rooms, in their toilets, behind closed doors, because that's where we go when we want to do private, when we're indisposed. Yeah? All your children, every one of you who's viewing me, check these children around. Think something that you know they'll disagree with. See if your children don't react to you thinking. Yeah? Every child is born now, since the Mayan apocalypse, 2012, December 21st, I think it was. Yeah? With the ability to see into people's minds. Now they have to learn how to coexist. Yeah? This way, before everything capitulates into all-out war, they need to learn how to coexist. If a man has no stake in your child's life, your child's got no business watching that man. Yeah? Not to mention the implications of pedophilia. Yeah? Children, whether you like it or not, yeah, are born. You remember how you was when you was young? Using myself as an example, I was a very horny child when I was young. If I could see into a woman's room when I was 4 or 5 and to see her nakedness, I would have had a hard on for weeks. So children are born horny, using myself as an experience. Yeah, as an example. I know I was born horny, so I know children are born horny. So you discourage them from seeing into a man's mind, because then they're gonna start to get turned on. You see a child carrying on like they're horny for an adult. It's up to us adults. Yeah, when you see a child being horny for you, you don't react to it. That's a child. Yeah, and you don't tamper with the child. Yeah, as an adult, this is why I'm making this video. I don't want to run into a situation where your children have become attracted to me because they can't stop watching me in my room. They're gonna see me taking a shower and they'll see my nakedness. Yeah, I'm buff already. I exercise every day. My man buff already. Yeah, they're gonna get turned on. So I don't want them to do that. That's why I'm making this appeal here. Mind your children and make sure they don't watch me when I'm indisposed. I can't say I'm not gonna shower because I know children's watching. I'll go out there stinking and I'll spread disease. And that's a national health risk. Or even an international health risk. It could become an epidemic. Yeah. So the solution is to stop your children from watching other adults when they're indisposed. Okay? Yeah, so this is where also the occult has to get concerned, because I'm not favoring the occult, but I understand the need for privacy. The need for privacy has to be preserved. If you're an occult member where your woman has given birth to a child that sees into people's minds and they're keeping it quiet, the woman and the child are keeping it quiet, and they're using your might and your status in the system to bring about laws which favor people who see into other people's minds, then you have to be mindful that your occult business is private and that will be seen. When they bring about laws which allow them into people's privacy, your occult shit is gonna be seen. Like when they say an enemy of an enemy is a friend, I'm not necessarily your friend, but we have the same battle here. If you're an occultist, you wish for your occult shit to remain secret. If one of your occult members is dating a woman who's giving birth to a child that sees into people's minds and she's carrying on like he's the only one, and then she starts forcing you to make laws which will allow people to see your privacy as legal tender, as submissible evidence, yeah, then your occult is under threat. Yeah, you deal with that occult member, because you're normally the ones who have people in the system who are running things. So they will see your things. Yeah? You watch them to see what women they're dating. These women have been evil from time anyway. If somebody carries on like whatever their woman wants is gonna back it with the system, you're gonna back them into a situation where they allow us into your privacy. Yeah? I'm not your friend, but we just have the same concern. We have the same enemy. Yeah? You wanna keep your occult shit secret? I wanna keep my privacy secret. We have a common enemy. And it's through your women and children that this devil will come. It says so in the scripture. Yeah? Now, we mustn't allow them to carry on like privacy, yeah, is something they have a right to. Because all of us do things in private that we do not want people to have a right to. So if you have cult members who are dating women who are trying to bring that about, you have to react, man, and you're cultists, so we know you're gonna have to assassinate them. But I wouldn't do any of that. Yeah. I'm not asking you to do that, but you got to react, somehow. Yeah. Try and be nice anyway. I'm not gonna tell you how you're gonna react to people who betray you. I might now, but I hear things about you occultists that worry me anyway. Yeah. So try and react in a Christian. Try and protect yourselves. Yeah. But I'm not gonna tell anyone to go out there and kill anyone. But I'm just telling you, it's gonna come to you. Yeah, it will come to you. Okay, this came about from the Mayan apocalypse. They predicted it. Every child born now is born with the ability to see into people's minds. Every child. And they're gonna manipulate the mother who's, if the mother doesn't see there, they're gonna be manipulating her and she'll be manipulating you. Yeah. Make sure she doesn't erode away your privacy because you turn up to defend whatever your woman wants. Yeah. Make sure that technique or that aim to turn up for whatever she wants doesn't erode away your privacy.